Hi everybody, my name is Eric Lindquist. I'm a forestry officer with the Food and Agriculture Organization, and today I'm going to present briefly on the access and use of the NICFI Planet Basemaps in OpenForis tools and platforms. I'll talk briefly about how we use the data for visualization and can also download the data for further processing. Talk about how we employ the imagery in sample-based assessments and wall-to-wall classifications, how the data are integrated into the FAO Hand-in-Hand Initiative website, and some country specific applications, which Hercila will go more into detail on later. I believe this has already been covered, but just to show that the area covered by the Planet data span roughly the zone from 30 degrees north to 30 degrees south and cover the entire Pantropics. This is an example of how we integrate the Planet data into the CEPL platform. We can use the data as a backdrop, as a map backdrop for inspecting the creation of mosaics and composites using Landsat and Sentinel-2 as Sentinel-1 data as well. We can also use the data for inspecting classifications and change detections that might be undertaken using the tools within the CEPL platform. Something soon to arrive in the CEPL production platform will be this tool, which allows a user to select an area of interest and then download the associated NICFI Planet Basemap quads for any time period over that area of interest. This will allow the data to be downloaded to your CEPL workspace, and additional processing then can be performed on those imagery. This is an example of how that works. Once the quads are downloaded, they can be integrated into Google Earth Engine or into CEPL for further classification. This is an example, a rough example over a portion of the Democratic Republic of Congo where we have classified forest, non-forest, and you can see a very high level of detail as possible using the Planet mosaics. So it's very exciting to see where this will lead to and what new insights this will bring. We also have the ability to integrate the data directly into the Collect Earth and Collect Earth Online tools within the OpenForis ecosystem of tools. This is an example from Collect Earth Online where we're using the Planet NICFI Basemaps to help interpret sample sites. So we can switch between the base maps, we can switch between natural color and color infrared, and this of course should help interpreters arrive at a correct conclusion about the land cover land use at any particular point, as well as maintain consistency between interpreters, which will improve overall estimates. This is an example of how the Planet data are integrated into the hand-in-hand web platform of the Food and Agriculture Organization. In this example, we can load one time period into the left pane, another time period into the right pane, and slide between the two, thereby providing the ability to do on-the-fly assessments of change or whatever it is you would like to assess in this manner, I guess. So very useful application in the hand-in-hand. Some country-specific applications for which we are using these data, which I think are interesting. And these are the countries that are using the data for these applications. Of course, the main reason why we want to use high-resolution data and high temporal frequency data is for improving area estimation and uncertainty analysis. These data will be employed across the tropics to improve the precision of estimates that will then be reported to the UNFCCC for results-based payments for RED+. Specifically, there are some land use changes which we can easily identify, or more easily identify in the Planet data than we could before in the coarser resolution data. This is of course an application for tracking illegal avocado harvesting or illegal avocado plantation creation within Mexico. You can see the area growing there. This is also a way we can track agricultural expansion. This is an example from pineapple expansion within Costa Rica, where we see new pineapple plantations being started. We can also track fire progression and severity. This is an example from Chile where we can track basically if we get lucky, we can track more or less the start of the fire through the progression of the fire and then analyze assets at risk. while the fire is burning, but also then fire severity when the fire has stopped burning. This is an example of how we use the data in Indonesia for infrastructure assessment. So we can compare a database of peatland, canal, in this case dam construction to stop the draining of the peatlands. We can compare, as I said, we can compare the database of infrastructure with actual on-the-ground locations to see if, in fact, the dam is there. Is it working? Is it as anticipated in the database? Is it doing what it's supposed to do? So overall, we hope to use we are using already the plant and NICFI base maps to increase the accuracy and precision of area estimates for reporting on forest area change over time. We will use the Planet NICFI data for improving land monitoring for things such as fire, for infrastructure, and for real-time events. And of course, our real hope, or an additional hope, is that we will be able to use the higher resolution, higher temporal frequency data to advance the characterization of very fine spatial and short duration events that we had problems such as forest degradation and regeneration, which we had some challenges with the previous data sets. Of course, thanks to all of our partners for all of the help and assistance building the platforms, maintaining the algorithms, contributing the algorithms, and of course, making all of this possible. So with that, thank you very much.